Hey there everyone, thanks again for tuning into Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Alright, today we're going to be talking about Phoenix Flame by Sarah Holland. This is the sequel to Havenfall. If you watched my review of Havenfall, you know I liked it, but I didn't love it. And in retrospect, I kind of feel the same way about this book. However, I liked Phoenix Flame way more than I liked Havenfall, and here's why. Havenfall was really focused on our main character navigating through the mysteries of this inn that she's always grown up wanting to take care of. She's always wanted to be the innkeeper, right? So Havenfall in itself is a bridge between worlds. They're the peacekeepers. They negotiate peace treaties. They help bridge a gap between these worlds, for trade, for commerce. It's an interesting premise. We just didn't get to see a lot of fantasy. That's really why I didn't like the first novel. I also didn't really see those character dynamics flesh through in the first novel. It was really high stakes, high tension, and it is a quick read, don't get me wrong. But I wanted more fantasy. We get to see more of the fantasy in this novel, and that's why I like this one more. Because our main character, she's still unraveling the mysteries of Havenfall. She's still unraveling the mysteries of the shadow creatures and the Fjorden. She's trying to find her brother, who she discovers wasn't really her biological brother, but he was being kept with her for his safety because he was one of the shadow creatures. And what the shadow creatures can do is they can imbue silver with magic at the cost of a piece of their soul. And that's what I thought was really cool. This sort of magic. I wanted to see more of that in the first novel. We get to see a little bit more of it in this novel, along with the ramifications. Basically, Maddie, our main character, she is trying to help her uncle end this soul trade. But she also wants to, save her brother and look for him. She discovers the Phoenix Flame. Now, it's a piece of metal that allows its wearer to be able to go into other realms. If you're human from Earth, you cannot go into another realm for more than a few minutes. You're going to die. It's just crazy. So she finds it. She discovers more of her mother's past, and she goes to Fjorden. And I thought that was great. We finally got to see more fantasy. We finally get to see the Fjorden world, and I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really creative. They have like these giant polar bear wolves. They're like giant dire wolves from the description. I thought that was really cool. I liked it. I do like how we as readers do get to see more fantasy, and I do like as well how the characterization and the character dynamics are more fleshed out in this novel. Between Brecken and Taya and Maddie, there's a little bit of a love triangle, except not really. Maddie has always thought, Brecken, he's the one I'm gonna marry. But the events of the first novel have kind of put them at odds a little bit. You get to see where that line is between them and how they do things. I do like this. She's grown up with him her whole life. She thinks he knows him, but really, there's more to a person than what you see during these Havenfall negotiations. There's more to it. More to him. So I think right now Maddie's really learning who he is. She's still, in love with him. She's always going to be in love with him. She's still caught in this idea that he's the one for her. But then you enter Taya. Taya and her have this chemistry that I don't think was fully explored in the first novel. It was there, the attraction, but we really do get to see, and even though you know, Ty is not even there a lot in this novel, but it's stronger. That attraction between them, those dynamics between them, it's richer and it adds more tension to the overall story because she wants to do things more in line with the way that Maddie does. And Maddie doesn't want to do things wrong. It's just Fjordan's loyalty in the end is to his homeland. And you can't really fault him for that. But he does want to help in any way he can, even at the cost of his own life. You know, he is willing to put his life on the line to help them, and I think that's really cool. I think that's really interesting. I really do think it adds more dimension to his characterization because we didn't really get to see much of his personality, I don't think, in the first novel, but we're finally seeing who these characters are in this novel. And so it has a richer feeling to it character-wise, and that's why I like this story a little bit more than the first one. I do wish the pacing were a little quicker. There are scenes where the pacing is very high tension, it's very fast, and I really did like those moments, but then it kind of drops off and we're going back to story developing again. It's like we don't need more world building. I think we got enough of it in the first novel. I know we are in this new mystical land, but Maddie already kind of knows a bunch of this land from Brecken's stories. So I really didn't understand it that much, and I didn't really appreciate it so much because I was a little bored by that. However, the fantasy is stronger in this novel. You're going to see more magic in this novel, and that was really cool. And I do like the tension between the characters. But you know what? It didn't blow me away. It did not blow me away the way I had hoped it would. I want more. You know, in Holland, she's kind of closed the door on it, but it's not. There's like a little crack. If she wants to come back, because the story is not 100% concluded. Not everyone has been saved yet. So she can come back to this story and do a third novel if she so desires. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe she'll do it. Maybe she won't. It's a good, solid ending if she wants to keep this story a duology, but it's open enough that if she wants to extend it or make companion novels to it, it would work. It wouldn't be that far of a stretch. So that's what I liked about it. You know, more fantasy, strong characterization, and there's more depth and tension in those character dynamics that do make it engaging. Pacing wise, I would have liked it to be a little bit faster. But anyway, that was Phoenix Flame. I'm going to go ahead and give it 3.5 with 4 stars. It's a soft 4, I have to say. Soft 4, mainly a 3.5. It was better than Havenfall, but it still left me wanting more from it. Now, if you want to go ahead and purchase the book, I will include a link in the description below for you to purchase it. Please purchase the book from your local bookseller or your preferred online book retailer. If you don't want to use my link, just try to avoid Amazon. Support the bookstores. That's all I ask. Now, if money's tight, please check out the book from your local library. Libraries are a great resource for the community and definitely deserve all the support that they can get. And on that note, I hope you will continue to support me by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing it with all your book loving friends. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.